MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball on the show next. Chet Steadman will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're taking a look at one of the top pitchers in the game. This guy has over 200 career victories, and he'd like to add another one to this list. This guy's been a really good pitcher for a long time, and right now he's showing no signs of slowing down. It'll be interesting to watch him work in this one here.
Stepping in, Jared Phillips. He will lead this one off today. Here's the first pitch to him. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Scooped up. Throw just in time as he was flying down the line that time.
Batting second, the first baseman, Jonathan Span.
So stepping in, Jonathan Span. He drove in all 3 of his club's runs in that ball game a night ago. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Shorts and t-shirts, the order of the afternoon. 92 degrees here at first pitch. The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike. Steadman, 33 years old, is currently 3rd in All-Star fan voting among starting pitchers, so he's hopeful at least to get an invite to the festivities.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave it up to a manager's decision. You want to get in based on the fan vote, and he has a chance to do exactly that if he can make a late push as we head towards the Midsummer Classic.
Greenberg is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard and good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
Ready now for the White Sox. Victor Marrero having a very nice year, currently 2nd in the American League in batting average entering play.
What a season this guy's having. He's right up there among the RBI leaders, and he's awfully dangerous with runners on base.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1, no strike.
Well, even though these two teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Two out, nobody on. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Now the pitch. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. The 1-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. Down in order go the White Sox. It's the White Sox nothing. Cubbies coming to bat. A Windy City showdown, and it's on the show. Robert Morris, the Cuban-born right-hander, will be on the mound to start. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, in a day and age where runs are scored at an alarming rate, this guy's been pretty rock solid. Last 3 starts, ERA under 2.00. Not an easy thing to do, and you'll know if he's on early. If he's good and on point in the first inning, that usually means he's going to be rock solid throughout the rest of the game.
The center fielder.
Striding in, Adam Greenberg, having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase.
What a terrific season this guy's having. Up near the leaders in batting average, without a doubt the highest average and the best hitter on this team.
Runs up and gets this one down. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Batting second, the left fielder, Pete Armstrong.
Stepping in now, Pete Armstrong.
He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play.
Morris has compiled just under 130 innings of work, and in that time he's compiled a whip under 1.3. Translation, he's better than league average in that category. A ball and a strike. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
The 2-1. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate.
Defense has got to be on their toes right here. 3-2 count. Runner on first has got some serious wheels. You know he's probably being put in motion.
And the payoff pitch. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
So digging in now, J.C. Embry. He comes into this one 6th in the National League in home runs.
Guy having another solid campaign, D-Row, coming off a month with double-digit dingers.
Yeah, I was going to say solid. I'll raise you a little bit. That's in fuego right there. Double-digit bombs in 1 month. Watch out for this guy. He's on fire.
First offering on its way. This is skied into short left center. Rock comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Freddie Santiago.
Coming to the plate now, Freddie Santiago. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch coming, here it is. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily.
The first baseman.
Stepping into the box, Ryan Buckner, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Well, if you're looking for pop, he definitely has more pop, more home run potential hitting from the left side. This is his power side.
I know that's the spot he didn't want to miss in, but he got away with it.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Morris has found success in his career at limiting base hits. He usually turns in outings where his hits per 9 numbers are really respectable, and obviously that goes a long way as a starting pitcher.
Matty V, there's a couple of things that really hurt you when you're a starting pitcher. Walks and giving up many base hits per 9 innings. This guy keeps the ball in play, doesn't give up a lot of hits, doesn't walk very many batters, and when you do that, it's a good recipe for success, and it's worked for him so far in his career. Ready on 1-2.
Left side, but well fouled. Here he comes again, 1-2. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
It's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 3 homers and 29 driven in. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Greenberg at third, Armstrong over at second, Santiago at first, 2 out in the inning. A little bit outside, 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Here's the 2-1.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
Two and 2. Here it is. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Coming to the plate now, Dennis Rock. He's always a long ball threat, currently 4th in the American League in that department.
When you're drawing up plans for your club in spring training, you'd love to have pop and power from your corner outfield spots, and they certainly have that in this guy right here.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball left outside.
Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Now the 2-1. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
The 3-1. Now a ball hit foul off to the right and up into the crowd. The 3-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Line drive to left. Armstrong is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Kent Kinsey.
So coming to the plate, Kent Kinsey comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Now here's the pitch. 1-1, a fastball high. 2-1 now. No score here as we play inning number 2. Hard hit toward the hole. Taken in by Zobrist. And there's out number 2.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Stepping in, William Mason. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. In the air now, out to right field. Santiago will wait on it, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Digging in now, Ben Zobrist, and he's looking to snap out of what's been a rather dry spell at the plate.
Zobrist.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
The 2-0 on the way.
At the ball.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Standing in, Jimmy Grimes. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the stretch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Phillips will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Chet Steadman.
The pitcher, Chet Steadman, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. One there. Throw on to first won't be in time, so they just get the 1 there.
Now batting.
He got the bunt down, but he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by the first baseman to charge in and make a good throw to second to get the lead runner.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Adam Greenberg. First pitch of the at-bat. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Bottom of the second here with no score. Hit to short. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cubs. We'll move to the third with no score. At the plate, Parker Costello. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now the pitch. Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball 1. A ball and a strike. Costello playing here in his age 29 season. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
The 2-2 is a fastball that misses. Grant Key, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Settling in now, Grant Key, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Has a look, now the pitch. The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here. Into the corner and slicing foul. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussions at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
In now, Robert Morris, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. And the White Sox have their first hit of the game.
Hey, it's one thing to give up a hit to a pitcher right here. You can live with that, but an American League pitcher, a guy who probably takes BP 10 days out of the year, this is surprising. He's going to have to bear down on the mound out there.
At the plate now, Jared Phillips. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Stretch. Now both runners are breaking. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead, but he made it work out. That was really impressive.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Third inning, no score to this point. Count all the way full to the White Sox center fielder. bouncer up the middle. And that's through into center field, base hit. And the run will trot home to score from third as the White Sox claim the early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Runners back. So now to the plate, Jonathan Span. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And a relay home. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Always productive to score runs when you can. And that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Digging in, Victor Marrero. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
2 out with the man at first. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Now a throw over, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. From the belt, the pitch.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
A runner on first with 2 away. Count remains full. A payoff pitch one more time. He is swung on and missed. He got him. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the White Sox 2 and the Cubs nothing.
We're just about set to go here as the Cubs come to bat in the 3rd inning, and Chicago fans have been fortunate to watch one of the best offenses around this season. And in large part, they do it with their legs. Entering the day, they are tops in the majors in stolen bases. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it translates to offensive production, but as one player told me, we apply pressure with our speed. It's not just steals. We have the ability to stretch hits into doubles and triples, so I think we're in scoring position more than most other clubs. That makes sense, and it's working for them. Guys?
Thank you, Heidi.
Pete Armstrong.
First pitch on its way. Popped up. Span is there for it. He's got it 1 away. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. So in now for Chicago, J.C. Embry. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Phillips is there now, and it's 2 pitches, 2 out.
Now batting, right fielder, Freddie Santiago.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Freddie Santiago. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away. The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago. Back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Well, Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the White Sox offense with their manager in between innings. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Dennis Rock. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch of the at-bat. And this one runs up high, ball 1. Two balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
3-0 now. The pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
Digging in, Kent Kinsey. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. It's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
1-0 the count. Up top, it's 2-0.
He's certainly searching out there on the mound. 5 straight balls in a row. You have to take a strike as a hitter right here.
The 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
At the plate, William Mason. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
1-0 count. Here it is. Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
2 balls and a strike. Two runs on 2 hits and no errors so far for the White Sox. And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Here now the 2-2. Hit hard down the left field line, but this will be foul. First and second here with nobody out. Popped him up. Grimes has a play, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop, Parker Costello.
Now batting, Parker Costello. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far. And the White Sox have opened up a 5-0 lead.
Well, this game is definitely out of the norm from this guy. I mean, his ERA is in the 2s, and they're just hammering him all over the yard. That earned run average will be on the rise after this one.
Into the box, Grant Key.
The second baseman.
As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now here's the pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
3 runs already home here. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time, you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss, and another strikeout.
At the plate, Robert Morris. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. Sent on the ground out to second. Kipnis is there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Sox get 3 thanks to this 3-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the White Sox 5 and the Cubs nothing. Digging in the switch hitter, Ryan Buckner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And you can live with punching out with the bases empty, but in his last at bat with 2 runners in scoring position, you cannot go down not putting the ball in play. Too much on the line, too many ribby opportunities out there to swing and miss in that spot.
The 1-0 home is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Now a swing and a little soft liner to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. And he fouls this one off. And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third, with a strikeout, and there's one away.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
Jason Kipnis is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside, 1-0. And the pitch.
2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
No runs, just one hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. 2-1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Trying to send him packing for the second time. On the ground to the right side. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Now in the box, Ben Zobrist. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
No balls and a strike to count. 2 out, nobody on. Now that's popped up, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
Count still at 1-2. Swing and a liner. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Willie Peralta, a 6'1" right-hander, will be the one to get the call from the bullpen here.
Number 39, Willie Peralta.
All set for the start of the inning, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Jared Phillips. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch.
Oh, that's out.
Peralta, a veteran at 35 years of age. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
Here he comes on 2-0. Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning. So a line drive single to left makes it 2 hits for him now this afternoon at the plate. And as we show you the White Sox leaderboard, you can see that he currently paces the team in that department. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And he's back in standing. Into the box now, Jonathan Span, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. The 1-0 home. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
The 1-1. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Ready once again, Victor Marrero. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. First offering on its way. Strike taken up in the zone.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
Here's the 0-1. Goodness, 0-2 now.
And I really don't know how you swing at that. He must have had his mind up he was going to swing as soon as the ball came out of the pitcher's hand.
The 0-2 delivery. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, he has nobody to blame but himself. With 1 out, a runner on third can come home to score all sorts of ways. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
Hit hard up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit, and the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, Debo. A runner on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is put the ball in play. He did just that. Hits a grounder right up the middle that drives in a run.
Yeah, took it right back at where it came from. All you're trying to do is avoid the corners. Hit something hard up the middle, whether it be on the ground or in the air. You're going to drive the run in.
In now, Dennis Rock, as he'll take a look at ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. The 1-0. Fouled away. Rock currently finds himself at the top of the list in all-star voting among left fielders, so fans are certainly rewarding him for the season he's enjoying to this point.
Yeah, this comes as no surprise. This guy is one of the best players in the game, a superstar, and that's what the all-star game is about. The fans get...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Sox get a run here on 2 hits. Last half of the 5th coming up, and the White Sox are out in front 6-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. A lot of their outs have come from weak contact and strikeouts as a result of chasing pitches outside the strike zone. He said it's going to be extremely important for them going forward to be more selective with their swings and force the opposition to throw more strikes.
Thank you, Heidi. So striding in, Jimmy Grimes. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Here it comes. In there for strike one, 0-1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike to.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And the pitch. And another foul ball. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
Sammy Sosa will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 21, Sammy Sosa.
And that misses, ball 1. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. The 1-0 home.
Oh, that's out.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Now here it comes. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
And obviously this guy's a double threat up there. He can run and he can go yard too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he could take you out of the yard.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lays off, ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
The next Cub up, Adam Greenberg, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Set and the pitch.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Called strike, 0-2.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
And that's lifted the other way out to left. Rock is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, the left fielder, Pete Armstrong.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pete Armstrong. First pitch of the at-bat. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. 2 out with the man at first. Change up low. 2-0.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
Has a look. Now the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand 1. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Julio Teheran gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. New inning set to get underway, and next it'll be the outfielder, Kent Kinsey.
Kinsey.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. The windup and the 0-1. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was heading to count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
Stepping in now, William Mason, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now the 1-0 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Two-0 count. The pitch hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd. Foul. 1 out, nobody on. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. Just off the end of the bat. It's a foul ball, and he'll stick around. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
To the plate now, Parker Costello. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Gets a small piece near the plate, but it gets foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ran it in on him as this is bounced toward short. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Digging in once again, J.C. Embry will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope, that's a ball.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Right field. Ready. Santiago.
Into the box, Freddie Santiago, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Swing and a liner. And that's a fair ball heading out toward the 353 sign on the ivy. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's gone a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
It certainly looked like they might have had a big inning cooking there with first and third and no outs, but the double play kind of kills it. They did get the run in, but the batter doesn't get credit for an RBI.
2 away now for the Cubs in the 6th, and standing in now the power-hitting second baseman Jason Kipnis. First offering on its way.
One ball, 1 strike. Ball 2.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent. Beware.
Now the 2-1. Two out, nobody on. 3-2 now. Ben Zobrist would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Trying to send him packing for the second time. On the ground to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. 7th inning coming up. White Sox on top, 6-1. Seventh inning ready to roll, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman Grant Key. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
The
problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Number 18, Robert Morris.
So now to the plate, Robert Morris, as he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. From the belt, the pitch. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And it's fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
At the plate, Jared Phillips. Now a hot shot here that'll be caught behind the runner at first. And that's allowed out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jonathan Span.
Ready for another shot now, Jonathan Span. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice thus far. First pitch on its way.
1-0.
In his career, Span has a .280 batting average. First and second now, 1 man out. 2 balls and no strikes.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
And that's down into left center for a base hit. He rounds the corner and is headed home. He will score, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy. Runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double the drive and another run. This guy is a money run producer.
Standing in now, Victor Marrero, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. That's inside. 2-0.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
High and away, not close. 3-0.
Definitely in a tough situation facing the 3-hitter. You could work around him and maybe walk him to load the bases, but that just sets up the cleanup guy with the bases loaded.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
Second and third here, 1 man out. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Now here's the drive out to right center field. He pulls into second safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his 3rd RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Boy, I tell you, those are always big. Those dead-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Little comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. At the plate now, Dennis Rock, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Sent on the ground out to second. Kipnis has it, and the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The right fielder, number 10, Ken Kinsey.
Up next for Chicago, Kent Kinsey. First pitch on its way. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Kinsey carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first, and they're able to escape the monster inning as the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. It's the White Sox 9 and the Cubs 1. Last half of the 7th here, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Ben Zobrist.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Fouled off. Zobrist, or Zorilla as he's sometimes called. He was taken in the 6th round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
The throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Here's the 4th hit of the game, and it's a good one. Puts a good swing on this thing, and it goes for a double. We'll see if they can build on it here.
To the plate now, Jimmy Grimes, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. No hits to this point. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
Hey, guys, I understand it right there. The third base coach has got to hold them up. They're down by a lot of runs right now. No reason to risk getting a guy thrown out at home in this situation.
Number 12 will get an opportunity off the bench here as he'll bat with runners at the corners now and still nobody out.
Castellanos.
And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Castellanos possesses a slugging percentage above the .450 mark, so he's capable of running into one here. Count is even, 1-1 to Nicholas Castellanos. One ball and 2 strikes to count. Castellanos has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins.
Here's the 2-2. Lays off the splitter that time, and it's full 3-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Has a look, now the pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder coming on. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder, Adam Greenberg.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Adam Greenberg, and their runners at the corners now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Count 1-0.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here it comes, 2-0.
Well, that's off the plate.
He's been really effective in this one so far. But it's interesting here that with a couple of guys on base, he seems to be not trusting his stuff quite as much. Kind of messing around the strike zone a little bit.
And this one catches the inside corner for strike 1. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound. But it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Inner third let go. It's a called strike.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or try to deuce the ground ball to get a double play.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he pops it up. And no one can get there as it falls. In to score is the runner from third. It's now a 9-2 contest.
The left fielder, number 4, Pete Armstrong.
Now at the plate, Pete Armstrong. From the stretch.
Inside, ball 1.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Two and 0 now.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Now the 2-0 home. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
The 3-0 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Fly ball out toward left center field. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, J.C. Embry.
Into the box now, J.C. Embry. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope, that's inside.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Ball.
Blowing away as he misses again. 2-0.
2-0.
Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. The 2-1 home. Popped up. Costello waits on it, and that's the third out. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The White Sox lead this one 9-2. Ronnie Wickert enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Ronnie Wickert.
Stepping into the box, William Mason. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First delivery to him on the way.
Yep, that ball went out.
Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change. 1-2. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. And a look there at the starter comparison, telling the story of the ball game. One guy still going and pitching well. The other one long since departed for the showers. Into the box now, Parker Costello. Now here's the pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line towards center field. Greenberg is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Key.
Stepping up to the plate, Grant Key. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that's waved at and missed. 1-1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2. The pitch. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. but they hold a 9-2 lead.
Ladies and
Jay
gentlemen,
Juarez
your
is
attention,
on to
please.
pitch out of the bullpen
Now
in the
pitch
bottom
out
half
for
of the
White
8th.
Sox, number 12, Jay Juarez.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and coming forward, the veteran outfielder Freddie Santiago.
The right fielder, Freddie Santiago.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball inside.
The 1-0 home.
Hey.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Hard ground ball to third. And the throw to first is in time. One gone. There's a look at the final line for the White Sox starter. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
Into the box, Ryan Buckner. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Fouled away. One out, nobody on. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. The 1-2.
That's ball 2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch. That one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
Stepping up now, Jason Kipnis. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Two balls and a strike. Runners on first with one down. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Here now the 2-2. And he popped him up. over toward the left side of the infield. Marrero is there, 2 down.
The batter, the third baseman, Zobrist.
Digging in and looking for more, Ben Zobrist. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run and get you a ribby.
No balls and 1 strike. Behind 0-2 now. A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They're down by a touchdown. It's 9-2. Kenny Reardon will try to get his club a little ninth-inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. That average for him up in the 360s now. 2 home runs and a dozen RBIs. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. Buckner has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jared Phillips.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jared Phillips. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch.
Whoa, that's down.
The 1-0 home.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Blowing away with it here as he can't find the plate. 3-0. Jonathan Span will be next. The 3-0 pitch. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Into the box, Jonathan Span. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
0-1 count. Here it comes. And he misses here with a slurve, even at 1-1. Two and 1 the count to the White Sox first baseman. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Looked like the screwball there. 2 gone.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
Into the box now, Victor Marrero, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. It's been a 2 for 4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Grounded to short. Reined in. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. A man left for the White Sox, but they hold a 9-2 lead. Kurt Stevens enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 22, Kurt Stevens.
So striding forward now, Jimmy Grimes starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is low, ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Stevens, a native of Nebraska, the Cornhusker State as they call it. He's a second-year big leaguer. Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up. And there's one gone to start the bottom of the ninth.
The pitcher, 0-0, Ronnie Wicker.
Chris Tan will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Pinch hitting for the Cubs. Number 8, Chris Tan.
Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. One out, nobody on. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2.
I got to count 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And the pinch hitter will not be able to advance the cause, and there are two away now.
Now batting, center fielder, Adam Greenberg.
Now to the plate, Adam Greenberg. A couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. Outfield comes way in here. The first pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0. Now his swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. And he'll make the catch here to end it. And the White Sox have earned a sweep here in this brief 2-game series as this ball game is over.
Yeah, it might only be a 2-game set, but listen, it's still a sweep. Hey, man, winners make the rules around here, and they earned it.
A 9-2 finish at the end of this contest. The Chicago White Sox led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Robert Morris picks up his team-leading 13th win. Chet Steadman was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.